Welcome back to Becoming You, where growth happens step by step, choice by choice. I'm your host Ivy, and today we are diving into one of the simplest yet hardest questions we'll ever ask ourselves. Who am I? And who am I in other people's eyes? Because sometimes the way we see ourselves and the way others see us isn't exactly the same. And that difference, sometimes it matters, sometimes it doesn't. But either way, it's worth exploring. Let me start with a simple story. Not long ago, my sister went for a color analysis session. You know, one of these personal styling things where they ask you about your personality before matching your color tones because they want to know who do you want to become, your personal style, your personal value. And she came home and shared her experience with us, my mom and I. She told us, I told them what I associate with is witty, funny, and cute. And right away, mom went, "What? You? You're always so serious. Hard to approach. Since when are you witty?" And my sister just calmly said, "I've always been witty. You just don't see it." And that moment stuck with me because it made me realize what we see in ourselves and what others see in us can be so different. And it made me wonder how much of how we define ourselves is shaped by how others react to us. And when does it matter? When does it really not? Now, I see this a lot in my coaching work as well. People struggle with identity, especially when we take away their titles, their achievements, and the labels they have been wearing for years. One client of mine, quite a successful entrepreneur, came to me at a crossroad. In one of our conversations, I asked him a simple question. Who do you want to be? He paused for a long time, and finally he said, an entrepreneur. Naturally, I asked him why. What happened next surprised even him. He started describing in details the kind of person he wanted to be. Resilient, visionary, courageous. I want to be someone who could make a difference, who could inspire others. And as he spoke, through the screen, I could actually see him lighting up. He was glowing. And it wasn't about the word entrepreneur. It was about the kind of human being he wanted to be. And after our call, he messaged me and said, I never knew I had this in me, but now I do. And I actually believe I can be that person. And that's the thing. Our inner motivation is often way more powerful than what we think. And sometimes all it takes is to ask the right question and to give yourself space to hear yourself, to think for yourself. And of course, I myself have been there too. Not just when I lost everything in my late 20s or early 30s, but way before that. I remember it was when I was around 20. I had this dream, or I always strived to be the top student, an engineer. Naturally, I studied hard and I worked hard, and somehow I actually made it. But the strange thing was, when I finally got there, it all felt empty, unimportant. I didn't feel proud, and I didn't feel like me. And honestly, I didn't know who this me even was, or who this me that I want to become. All I had ever done before that was chasing for achievements, reaching for goals. And maybe that sounds familiar to you too, because yes, goals give us direction, a clear steer to where to go. They push us forward, but real lasting growth, I think that comes from within, from knowing and becoming who you are, who we are, beyond just what we do. So today I want to leave you with this thought. Who you think you are, who others think you are, and who are you choosing to become? They might all be different, and that's okay. But what matters most is that you know your own voice, your truth, because your identity It isn't and it shouldn't be a fixed label. It's a living journey. And becoming you isn't about getting it right. It's about being honest with yourself. One word or one choice, one step at a time. If this sparked something in you or made you reflect on your own who am I moment, I'd love to hear from you. Let's keep this conversation going. I'll see you in the next episode of Becoming You.